So as I was saying, ESR is a method. The significance of ESR comes where you are trying to find the prognosis of diseases. If the patient is already diseased and you know that the patient has a certain condition, determining the ESR of that patient or determining the ESR of the patient's blood essentially will tell you how well that patient might be able to recover. Okay, especially for diseases such as cancers. You can use it as a diagnostic tool in certain diseases. For example, अगर the patient has rheumatoid arthritis or not, especially inflammatory diseases, autoimmune diseases or inflammatory diseases जो रहते हैं, rheumatoid arthritis है या collagen diseases है, multiple myeloma है, ये पूरे diseases में you can use ESR as a diagnostic tool. Whereas in certain conditions, you can use it as a prognostic tool, meaning you'll be able to tell how well that patient will be able to recover or whether or not the patient will be able to recover. Especially in cases of TB, if the patient is having polymyalgia rheumatica या हॉचकिंस डिजीज है, पेशेंट को हॉचकिंस लिम्फोमा है, वो पूरे कंडीशंस में आप प्रोग्नोसिस डिटरमिन कर सकते हैं पेशेंट का, वेदर दैट पेशेंट विल लिव और नॉट, और इवन इफ दे विल लिव, what kind of quality of life they will have, or at least what their chances are. Whether or not they are living or not living is a different story, but in general the chances of them surviving um, can be predicted with the ESR of that patient. Normally the value of ESR within 1 hour of centrifugation will be less than 10 mm. Okay, so within 1 hour, 10 the erythrocyte sedimentation rate will be about 10 mm per hour. Okay, so that RBC will move essentially 10 millimeters per hour. That is a good prognosis. If the RBC is moving way too much, let us suppose those RBCs are moving over 60 mm, okay, in 1 hour, that generally indicates a poor prognosis. It generally indicates that there is a lot of inflammatory damage going on in their body. ठीक है, इन्फ्लेमेटरी डैमेज कैसा इंडिकेट होता, उनके आरबीसीज डैमेज रहते, रोलोस फॉर्म होने लगते, यू विल स्टार्ट सीइंग इन्फ्लेमेटरी सेल्स इन द पेशेंट्स ब्लड. एज अ रिजल्ट ESR will get affected in such a way that ESR will become very high. Whenever a patient has very high ESR, or in general even if they have high ESR, it will indicate that they have some inflammatory disease or they have some infectious disease. Now whether or not, depending on the degree of ESR, you can tell what kind of prognosis that patient has. अगर बहुत ज़्यादा ही है तो there is a chance that the patient might not survive. Okay, now abnormal ESR will generally be seen in tuberculosis या फिर subacute bacterial endocarditis, shock, anemias. प्रेगनेंसी में ESR जनरली बढ़ जाता थोड़ा, इवन दो इट इज नॉट लाइफ थ्रेटनिंग, ESR जनरली बढ़ जाता प्रेगनेंसी में. लिवर डिजीज या फिर रिमेटॉइड आर्थराइटिस है. There are a few conditions in which RA will decrease as well. Okay, lower than normal. That is when the patient has polycythemia, या फिर the patient has sickle cell anemia, congestive heart disease, या फिर newborn infants, they will have very low this thing ESR. ठीक है, so that is about ESR and that is the significance of ESR. Then we come to hematocrit, another important diagnostic tool. Hematocrit, इसको पैक्ड सेल वॉल्यूम भी बोलते हैं, PCV. Okay, this is essentially the ratio of volume of RBCs to the whole blood. So you are essentially creating a ratio where you are measuring, you are essentially creating a ratio between the total number of RBCs that are present in your blood to the volume of blood. Okay, now normally the value of PCV in men is about 40 to 50%. Okay, and in women is about 36 to 44%. So to put it in perspective, in blood, 40 to 50% of a healthy man's blood will be made up of RBCs, and 36 to 44% of a healthy female's blood will be made up of RBCs. वो है उसका interpretation. ठीक है, it will generally reflect the concentration of red cells that are present in the total amount of blood, not the total red blood cells. ठीक है, concentration of red blood cell अलग है, total red blood cell अलग है. Now let's suppose a patient has total red blood cells of 5 million. ठीक है, Now 5 million अगर उनको in per ml, if they have this many red blood cells, you can calculate the total number of RBCs present in the whole of their blood. That might not indicate, not always indicate whether or not PCV is normal or not. ठीक है, PCV में आप क्या कर रहे हैं, you are measuring a ratio in between the total number of RBCs to a certain set of blood, meaning इतना blood रहा, अगर 5 liters of blood रहा, उसके कंपैरिजन में कितने RBCs है. ठीक है, it has nothing to do with the total number of RBCs present in your blood. It's specifically measuring how much amount of RBCs are present per ml of your blood. ठीक है, परसेंटेज में. सो लेट्स सपोज 100% इज योर ब्लड, वो 100% में से कितना परसेंटेज इज ऑक्यूपाइड बाय आरबीसीज. नाउ देयर आर अ फ्यू डिजीजेस दैट कैन रेज पीसीवी. फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ द पेशेंट हैज शॉक और बर्न्स, या फिर द पेशेंट इज सीवियरली डिहाइड्रेटेड, या फिर द पेशेंट हैज पॉलीसाइथीमिया, ये पूरे कंडीशन में पीसीवी इंक्रीज हो जाता. ठीक है, इनडायरेक्टली इट विल इंक्रीज, बट इट विल इंक्रीज. पॉलीसाइथीमिया में इट विल इंक्रीज डायरेक्टली, but in others it will increase indirectly because the volume of blood will go down. Okay, if the patient is having shock or burns or dehydration, volume of blood goes down. As a result, RBCs, the number of RBCs will appear to be more, even though they are not exactly more. Then if the patient is having anemia or pregnancy, वो condition में PCV कम हो जाता. ठीक है, so those are some of the tests that are done in clinical pathology. We have one last test remaining, that is blood bone marrow aspiration. Have you all ever performed or seen bone marrow aspiration being performed? What is bone marrow aspiration? Have you all ever seen what is bone marrow aspiration? No?
No, sir.
Acha. So bone marrow aspiration में what you do is you are essentially testing the patient's bone marrow, as the name suggests. Biopsy के बारे में कभी सुने आप लोग? Have you all ever seen or done a biopsy? Essentially cut out a small part of the patient's organ. Let's suppose I'm doing liver biopsy. What I will do is I'll take a long needle, I'll what you call apply a local anesthetic, and I'll shove it into the patient's abdomen, and I will pierce their liver just so much that I'm taking a small piece of their liver, very very small, tiny piece of their liver. Okay, I'll cut it. Instead of performing a whole surgery, I'll just put a small needle and I'll puncture that part. Okay, bone marrow aspiration is something similar. Okay, here what you are doing is you are taking a very thick needle, okay, and you are piercing into the patient's bone, generally long bones में. ठीक है, आप एक short beveled needle रहती, जिसको आप, it will have a stylet as well. ठीक है, you'll be able to hold it very firmly. You will pierce it into the patient's bone. You'll make sure that you are giving anesthetic and all before you're doing that, or else the patient will start shouting around, be very painful or else. And you aspirate the patient, you remove a little bit of bone marrow. Now why are you removing the bone marrow? There are specific reasons why you check for bone marrow aspiration or you perform bone marrow aspiration. First of all, to check the cellularity, meaning to check whether or not the patient has any cancer, bone marrow cancers. या फिर सेकेंड, टू चेक फॉर डेवलपिंग सेल्स, जो नॉर्मोब्लास्टिक सेल्स रहते हैं, मेगलोब्लास्टिक सेल्स रहते हैं, माइलॉइड सेल्स रहते हैं, मैक्रोफाजेस रहते हैं, मेगाकैरियोसाइटिक सेल्स रहते हैं, जो प्रीकर्सर सेल्स रहते हैं, वो हेल्दी है नहीं है, प्रेजेंट है नहीं है, कैसे है. ठीक है, you will try to check the ratio between erythroid and myeloid cells by performing bone marrow aspiration. And you will also check for the presence of any foreign bodies into the marrow. For example, if the patient is having carcinomas or if the patient has any infection, ठीक है, sometimes histoplasmosis occurs in bone marrow. ठीक है, fungi will enter into the bone marrow, कभी कभी parasites भी enter करते bone marrow में, malaria, trypanosomiasis, leishmaniasis में. uh, into the patient's bone marrow you will generally see these parasites festering around. तो वो पूरे चेक करने के लिए you can perform a bone marrow aspiration. All right, so that completes our clinical pathology. that we've completed the chapter. Now there are a few conditions in which your bone marrow, exam can be very relevant. For example, अगर patient को red cell disorders है, white cell disorders है, platelet disorders है, या storage disorders है, parasitic disorders है, ये पूरों में बहुत significant हो जाता. To diagnose and confirm that condition, you will perform bone marrow aspiration. Okay. चलो just